Hey y'all, hey, it's Tracy Time. It's time for another moment with me, Tracy T. We're live at lunch. How are you doing? It's Friday, doggone yay. Woo! We made it through another week, and what a wonderful week it was. I want y'all to know I'm super close. I'm too excited. Hold on a second, y'all. I'm too excited. Because not only is it a fantastic day, it's a fantastic guest that's going to be joining us. I am thrilled to be with you today and thrilled that we made it through another work week. Hallelujah. Y'all just give yourself a moment and shout about that, okay? I want you to know that my mother, my beloved mother, today is all about jewelry. And so we're going to meet with one of the Bling queens, as I call her. She is the owner of the Bling boutique, Stephanie Red. But before we get to that, I want to show you this. It's an anniversary gift from my mother, who is so sweet. She and I love roses. And so she found this handmade custom cuff that is metal, that is roses. Is that not absolutely beautiful? Or in the words that Stephanie Red would say, gorgeous. You'll get a chance to meet Stephanie. She's going to join us at 12. So I get a chance to just be with you and have us a good old, if you're eating, chat and chew. If you're not, we're going to have a sip and say. I'm not eating anything. Y'all know I'm drinking my beloved seltzer water, the Kroger brand, in lemon. And so I have a blue straw in here on purpose. Why? Because we had a fantastic Democratic National Convention. Did anybody else see it? All right, there's so many takeaways. I want to know who's joined me, first of all. And if you're eating lunch, what you eating for lunch? I always want to know that. But I've got to share the excitement. And the spillover for that is just absolutely amazing, right? Because you guys know the National Democratic Convention, the Democratic National Convention started on Monday, ended last night. Did you watch it? Did you participate? Did you see it? I want to know, what was your favorite speaker? What was your favorite part? This was the first time ever that the convention has ever been held virtually. I want to say 100% hats off and kudos to the amazing production team that executed that whole thing. Y'all, if you have ever been on a production team, whether you're a writer, whether you're working camera, whether you're doing lighting, staging, whether you're doing script editing, whether you're actually on the production team, whether you're an executive producer, whether you're a director, it takes all of those people, the stage hands, all of those people. It takes a whole team for production to occur. And I can tell you, it is especially challenging. It's hard enough to host something live because most of the programming that you see is pre-recorded, right? And so, it's always a big deal when you see these television shows and sitcoms and the like go live and they do live productions because there's no room for error. And that's difficult. There's its own element of challenge. But when you are in a position where you are producing an event that has live components coupled with recorded components and being able to toggle back and forth and create segues, the writing team and staff, I'm telling y'all, if you've never been in a position where you've had to experience that or been responsible for that, then you may not understand how well executed that was. And yes, on the first day, there were some hiccups. It was some wonkiness that happened. There were some segue challenges that occurred. But I'm going to tell you, overall, you have absolutely no idea how well executed that was if you haven't had any exposure to the production world. So trust me when I say hats off and kudos to the production team for the Democratic National Convention 2020. It was 4 days of very well executed, very well thought out storyline, very well moderated. Hats off to all four of the moderators. They did a fantastic job. I was just proud that they were all women. They were all effective in their roles. I thought that the first night really set the tone, and the overarching message that I heard was about unity and, of course, build back better. And so I'm interested in knowing what your thoughts were. So far, the favorite speech people have said, of course, was Monday night. Michelle Obama, forever first lady. She did it. She set the bar so doggone high. And And I want you to know that all of the different speeches, as I watched and was able to capture some of the things that were said, I posted them on my Facebook page because there were some really meaningful quotes. So the writers did a great job. Those speech writers, hats off to you, because it's not easy to pull information together and have it not be repetitive and then not also have mismarks in terms of the target audience and the messaging. I thought they did a great job. I am also proud that we had our very own Memphian that was included in the Democratic National Convention, Ramesh Akbari. Oh my gosh, so proud. If you have no exposure or experience, I have shared her post from the video that they had, which was the clip, and I was just proud. So Representative Akbari, thank you for all that you do for Memphians, all that you do for representing us well, and then not just on a local level, but on a global level, you did the thing. Now, here's what I got to say. Some things have happened since wait, let me go back because I'd be remiss if I omitted Kamala Harris. OMG. Grateful, happy, proud. Her speech was phenomenal. And I love, L-O-V-E, love. I love that she was intentional about saying who her family, that she identified her family as all of the people that are a part of her life, and especially that she acknowledged her sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha Incorporated, and that she also acknowledged the Divine Nine, which are, for those of you who are not exposed to the Greek world, the Divine Nine are the organizations in the Greek organizations for the African-American sororities and fraternities. There are 9 of them, and they are called the Divine Nine. And so she is in an organization, the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated is the first sorority, the first African-American sorority founded in 1908, and they are part of the Divine Nine. So I'm delighted that she acknowledged them. And I'm also thrilled that she acknowledged her HBCUs. If you are a graduate or alum or a current attendee of an HBCU, you know how special that is. I am not an HBCU alum. However, I have phenomenal respect for HBCUs and the alumni that come from them. Memphis has its own HBCU, the historical Lemoyne Owen College. And so I am proud. Hey, Derek, how you doing? Thanks so much for joining me, Tracy Time. So I'm doing a recap before Stephanie Red joins me with the Bling Boutique, because there was so much that happened this week, right? Derek, what was your favorite part of the Democratic National Convention? I've talked about Michelle Obama. Of course, she just took ownership over it is what it is. I love that. And I was grateful to see former First Lady and Secretary of State Hillary Clinton did a great job. We had the historian John Meacham last night who talked. We had Joseph Biden just sealed that thing and put a bow on it. His speech last night, based on what I've heard from him, was the best speech that he has delivered by far. And it was perfect timing. He pulled no punches. He never said the occupant's name, but we all knew who he was talking about when he said he, or he gave him a lot of credit by calling him president. Y'all know I don't do that. Barack and Michelle Obama, yeah. OMG. The O's, they did it. Yeah. And don't you think it was funny that, of course, our forever president was in Pennsylvania, and then you know who shows up in Pennsylvania, right? Like, okay. I think the man is having a lot of L's in his life right now. I don't know what's happening, but I am going to do something that I've never done before. And I want to know if you guys are going to do it. And we're going to talk about this whole voting thing locally. I'm going to watch the RNC next week. I don't know that I'll watch it in its entirety, and I definitely won't be glued to it and schedule my time and day around it like I did for the DNC. But I want to see what is their comeback. I mean, what do you have to say for yourselves? Because the DNC brought it. I mean, it was phenomenally executed. Lots of strong content. Talked about policy after policy after policy. If they didn't do anything but focus on how the doggone pandemic is being managed, I think that it would have been enough. But they talked about everything. All of what's happening right now. And I think Joe Biden beautifully summarized it. And he was the bookend to a wonderful weeks-long, I call it a celebration of hope. That's what it was for me. It restored some hope that I had been missing and that was gone, I think, for the American people for the time from 2016 to date that we've been feeling like, I can say, I'll speak for myself, that there's been kind of a veil of despair that we have had as of late. Which brings me to my next thing, that if you too have been feeling like you are veiled in despair and that up to this point you've just been literally holding your breath and waiting for the next proverbial shoe to drop, we have an opportunity now, right? That we don't have to do that. We have an opportunity now to change that. And in terms of build back better, I love that, because I think that it is important for us to acknowledge damage has been done. Some relationships have been destroyed. We have definitely got to rebuild. We've got to build back the relationships and goodness, with people all over the globe, right? We've got to be better than we are right now. The good news is it won't be hard to be better. It won't be hard to be better, okay? For one, all we got to do is care about people's lives. That's number one. We have to care about the well-being and livelihood of other American citizens to be better. And I think that one of the first things that you do by being considerate of others is that you are registered to vote. If you are registered to vote, it empowers you to have a voice that no one can take away. And I don't care about all these tactics, because the one thing I can give the occupant credit for, he never lets us guess about what he's doing. Right? He never puts into question the covert opness of it. It's never a covert op. That man will get on TV and loudly and proudly say, I'm going to withhold funding for the Postal Service. I'm going to make sure we get boxes pulled up. I'm going to make sure that the polling locations are closed so that it makes it difficult for us to withhold the vote. He said it. We don't have to guess. Like, we don't have to think now, what is the next strategic move he's going to make? We don't have to worry about that. And the way that Mike Bloomberg said last night, huh? Like, are you crazy? You're coming out and telling us? And he literally thinks that the American citizens are in a position where I don't know if he thinks we're numb to it now, or that we are truly allowing ourselves to be in what is happening in his mind, that we're in a dictatorship. But we're not. We're vibrant and lucid and ready to fight. If nothing else, the people that were in the streets protesting, who were risking their own safety to protest peacefully, I might add, said it. We're not taking this. So this brings me, for the Shelby County residents, this level of frustration that I've had with regard to the mail-in vote. Y'all, we have got to do something. Something has got to be done. What are we going to do about the people who are in a position that cannot go and vote? For those of you who are registered and plan to vote, I want to know, are you going to vote early? Are you going to go to any location you can and vote early? Or are you going to wait until the actual date for November 3rd? We know that if you're planning to vote, let me say my 2 cents. Here's my 2 cents. I've never been shy, and y'all know I love a soapbox. So I'm going to get on my soapbox right now, and I'm going to lean in and say this. If you are registered to vote, vote early. Vote early. That gives you the greatest amount of flexibility. It ensures that you are literally in a position where you can go and cast your ballot uninterrupted, unencumbered. Go early vote. That is a gift that we have here that is not true for every state. Let us take advantage of that and go early vote. Did you hear what I said? Go early vote. Voting early will ensure that you have the greatest amount of flexibility and leverage to vote anywhere, any time of the day, any time of the week. Go vote early. Now, for those who are non-ambulatory, for those who are residents that are in facilities where they're restricted, for those that are in assisted living facilities and those that are in hospitals and the like, we've got to come up with something, y'all. We need a solution for our peers. These are our people. These are our grandmothers, grandfathers, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, sisters, brothers, children. These are our family members who have a voice. It is incumbent upon us, it behooves us to find a way to make sure that their vote is cast. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I reached out, and I said this before on one of the live and lunch, and I'll continue to say it. We have 74 days. We have 74 days. That's not a lot of time. 74 days is going to come and go in the blink of an eye. And we'll be looking at the end of this year. In 74 days, it'll be November 3rd. In 74 days, we will have had early voting will have come and gone. In 74 days, we will be definitely looking right in the face of, right in the eye of who will be elected the president for the next 4 years. I don't know about you, but I'm going to do my level best in the next 74 days to help find some solution. And we need it to be before the 74 days. We need to be in the next 10 days so we can start implementing. We have time right now. We have the precious gift of time that we can organize something. Shelby County, Memphians, come on. We are built for this. We are made for this. We are Memphis, Tennessee. We are strong. We can come up with something to make sure that our people, our friends, our family members, it's not them and they, it's us. We have got to find a way to create a solution so that if these ballot boxes, which could have happened in the state of Tennessee, but we have a person, Trey Hargett, who has been as the Secretary of State since 2009. It's a 4-year term, y'all. It's time for him to go. Most of the people that occupy the executive positions in the state of Tennessee are nonpartisan. But he's a Republican and he's proud of it. And he said, I don't want there to be ballot boxes in the state of Tennessee because it may enable us to have voter fraud. In the words of Mike Bloomberg, what? Wrong. You don't want the people that are the Democratic voices and the disenfranchised and suffering to have a voice. Because you know that they're going to vote to get you out of there. That's what I believe. Because why wouldn't you want for the very thing that is supposed to be the what they say, the oxygen of this country, voting, to happen in a place that is the most convenient and most flexible and most viable way to have a secured, safe, fully accessible drop box for ballots. That just makes sense. So we got to get him out. His election, his time is up in 2021. That's number one. Number two, because that's long term. Short term, we've got to figure out how to do this. We know the Board of Elections, they have created this very nice statement that says that if you have a mail-in ballot, the mail-in ballot must be mailed. So I'm saying this to you all again. If you hear me, please understand. You cannot request a mail-in ballot and then find a ride and think that you're going to push through and go and vote. That is not acceptable. That is not going to work. Your vote will not count. If you request a mail-in ballot, you've got to use your mail-in ballot, period. Derek, what'd you say? I think this election will be reminiscent of Barack Obama's run for president. As a matter of fact, it will be more crucial because this orange... is blatant in his tactics. Yes, he's not going down without a dirty fight. Absolutely correct. I completely agree with you. You get 100% concurrence from me. It is crucial. And so for all of the people who are registered voters who will literally do the hands on the, sitting with your hands on your laurels and just thinking it's somebody else, we can't afford that right now. This is all hands on deck, right? We are in a critical mass. If y'all didn't think that this was the time, then think again. This is the time. And Stephanie sent me a message that she is getting ready. So Stephanie, if you can hear me, come on. Stephanie goes live all the time on Facebook. So she knows that she's on Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 on her page, and she does her Bling boutique. But Derek, it's time. We need cannons, bazookas, right? If you're talking about artillery, we need every heavy hitter we got. So one of the things that I'm saying, because we were thinking that we could mail in or ship, because like I was saying, the Board of Elections, they're saying you can mail it in, and you can in person is not acceptable, that you can do USPS or FedEx or UPS. Well, guess what? There's a P.O. box for the address, and FedEx and UPS do not deliver to P.O. boxes. So what does that leave? That leaves the USPS. So again, this looks like it's a statement that's made that is inclusive and gives you the option, but it only gives you the one option, the very singular option that is trying to be blocked. Y'all, is it safe for us to say that maybe we can have people that are registered to vote that will say, we'll meet you at the polls. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Do we need to create competitions? Do we need to pool money and whoever is the person that votes last? You know, I don't know. I'm just, for your friends and family members, what are you going to do to incite them? Because at this point, we've got to have insight and we've got to have excite. People have to be incentivized to vote. For those that are literally apathetic to the plight of voting, I understand. I get how you can think that your vote may not matter. So it is imperative to be registered to vote. One of the things that I have said on my pages that I posted, and I will say to you all now, please, please text VOTE to 30330. Text VOTE to 30330. Doing that will get you connected to, and it gives you options for where you are in the voting process. If you are not registered to vote, you can select that and you'll get help to get registered. If you are registered to vote and you're already set and you're voting, it'll help you with that. If you are registered to vote and plan to vote early, you want to capture that. It helps them keep a finger on the pulse, and it'll give you some reinforcement text messages to just get support through that. But I'm telling y'all, we've got to make our way to the polls. We've got to, hey, sweetie pie, we've got to make sure that we do our level best. Y'all, promise that you will literally reach out to people and say, hey, do you need a ride to the polls? Do you want me to take you? Mask up, and I will drive you to the polls. Let's go early. If you need to register to vote, if you're not sure how to register to vote, I will help you. If you need me to sit with you or go on Zoom or let me see Facebook, let's FaceTime each other. Let's go in a room on Facebook so I can see you and help you through this. We've got to find a way. Derek is saying the fraternities and the sororities are already mounting, especially the AKAs, of course. And many of the friends are Greek and they are already on the job. Thank you. Tracy May thanks you, Derek, because here's the thing. That was a beacon call, right? Kamala Harris put out a beacon call and said, listen, for my family members that are by blood, for the family members that I'm connected to by earth, for the family members that I'm connected to by sorority and by Greek organization and HBCU, and for all the people who are biracial, for all the people who are Pan-Asian, for all the people who are black, for all the women, for all the people that are dang on breathing, I need you to come out. I need you to show up, and I need you to show doggone out. That is what we need right now, okay? We need for you to be in a position where you literally know that you did your part, and that when we get past this historical moment, that you are on the right side of history. It's as simple as that. Because I want you to be so compelled to move to action that nothing will stop you. No rain will stop you because it's thundering now. It's imminent that we're going to have showers. I'm going to vote if it's raining. We have gone to vote when it's raining. We early vote. We have stood in line outside when it's raining. When it was hot as Hades. We have waited. You have got to get yourself in the mindset that if you vote early, you put yourself in a better position not to have to endure some of those environmental and uncontrolled circumstances, right? But if you decide that for whatever reason you're going to go on that day, if you can't compel Pookie and Pokechop to go before then and they're on that day, take a chair, take some water. I'm trying my level best, my hardest. Derek, if you touch base with me, if you want in on this, I'm trying to create an opportunity that creates some solutions in the city for people who are wanting to be a part of what we're doing. There's some folks here and they're not Greek and they're not structured in a way, but that they have the passion that I share. They have the energy that I share, and they're also being safe, right? Because I'm still quarantining, right? We're still in this pandemic. It's not lost on me that it's a pandemic, y'all, but I'm going to tell you what, we will have a catastrophic pandemic of unmeasured proportion if we keep the occupant in office. Now, hold on, y'all, because I know Stephanie is going to be ready to join us, but I can't say enough that it is time. If you had been on the fence about voting, it is time. Hey, Lily, if you had been on the fence about participating, get off the fence and come on. I have posted I don't know how many times. It's time for us to get up and get moving. Building better building back better, it won't happen without you. It takes all of us. We're all going to have to do our part. And I mean literally all of us. It is going to mean that every single person who is eligible to vote cast a ballot. Because we already know that there are going to be so many things that happen in the fight that's going to be dirty. And Derek, you're right. This occupant does not want to leave the house. He doesn't want to leave the Oval Office because he knows that once he gets out of there, there are going to be some repercussions that he has to face. There are going to be some things, some bounties that he's going to have to answer to. There are going to be some court cases that he's going to have to go in and give account to and swear in. There's a lot hinging for him to stay in this bubble of the Oval Office that he's protected. And we want him out, not just so that he can face his punishment and eat his just desserts. He's earned those things, but so that our country can recover, so that our people can stop dying, so that our kids can go to school and be safe, so that people don't have to worry about how they're going to eat and where they're going to live and have the question about, do I pay my bills and have rent covered or do I eat? Do you know how awful that has to be? I have no idea what that feels like, and I hope no one ever has to make that choice. But I watched an interview with a woman of color, who said that them canceling out the extra benefits that they had left her with $3.85 in her bank account. And that her case won't be heard until September, y'all. It was the beginning of August when I heard that. How is she supposed to function? Trump doesn't care. The occupant doesn't care, flat out. But if you do, then do something about it, because that woman could just as easily be your auntie, cousin, sister, or friend. And we've got to want better. We've got to do better to get better. Am I right? Y'all tell me something. Now, hold on, because I got on the soapbox. Now, Stephanie, I know, is, thank you, Lily. Because here's the thing. If every one of us, and this is to Reverend Dr. Earl Fisher's point for hashtag Up the Vote 901. If each one of us would say, we got 5 folks, we're going to get 5 folks, and we're going to make sure that they go to the poll. If each one of us did that, we'd be unstoppable. You think about it. We had, let's do a quick review, okay? Because I just want to make sure this is simple and plain. We have a group on Facebook, and if you aren't on the group now, then join it, because it's a great group. There's a group on Facebook There is a group on Facebook called Where Black Memphis Eats. Where Black Memphis Eats has, and Tamika Gibson did a phenomenal job of creating this group, because it was at a time now where she knew that a lot of the small mom and pop food shops and a lot of the home-based cooks that sell food that are licensed and safe certified have a risk of going under. So Tammy Gibson did a great, just brilliant job of creating that group, Where Black Memphis Eats. So if you're not in that group, join the group. There are 53, watch this, there are 53,000 members in that group. Okay? Now, if every person who has joined Where Black Memphis Eats gets 5 people, come on, to go with them and vote, then that number is going to have a significant impact on the voting that occurs in Shelby County. Hillary Clinton told us you can have a popular vote and win the popular vote by 3 million votes and still lose. Hang on, Linda, and still lose the vote. So once we get the occupant out of office, the next long-term thing for us to look at is getting rid of, eradicating, eliminating, destroying, dismantling the Electoral College. It is an antiquated system, and we need to get rid of it. Voting in this country needs to be revisited, rethought. We need to build back better on that too. Now, if 53,000 people, come with me because I'm going somewhere. If 53,000 people can join a group to focus on where to eat in Memphis, because it's your choice, it's your money, you earned it, you get to decide where you eat, okay? I'm in the group. Otherwise, I wouldn't know that 53,000, it is more than 53,000 actually, but it's 53,000 point something. But let's just round down. 53,000 people can focus on eating. There's another group, where Black Memphis Gets It, that talks about how you can determine where you can get people that do the work, services that are provided. Again, Tamitha Gibson, hats off, brav, doggone oh to you. Where Black Memphis Gets It has thousands of members in it. So what keeps us from having Where Black Memphis Votes? What keeps us from being a member of Up the Vote 901? I'm asking, these are real questions. This is not rhetorical. I want, for those of you watching, I really would love your input, because what keeps us from focusing on having our family members fed information about how it will impact and better their future, but we never hesitate to focus on how we feed our bodies? I'm asking a legit question here. I would love to get your feedback, because if 53,000 people are in the group, and I'm one of the 53,000, then I would love to get those same number of people engaged. And I recognize that not every one of those 53,000 people are eligible to vote, but they know somebody who is, right? And then they know somebody who is. So I'm interested in knowing what happens. What happens that people become focused on waiting in line for hours to get chicken sandwiches at Popeyes, and will hold a whole 2-mile long line to get flavored donuts, but we won't want to wait in line to get food. Anybody? I mean, I'm serious here. This is the time now for us to really focus on this. This is it. Do we need to work lock in step with a restaurant company to say, you know, if we can raise funds, that we'll have people that come through the different polling locations on November 3rd to offer an option for them to have something that they can eat? Is that what it's going to take? Do we need to? I don't know. I'm thinking out loud here, because we got this whole segment of people who are registered to vote who have registered and have not voted. We have a whole segment of folks who are not registered, who have never voted. And those two areas are the people we need to focus on right now. Because for those of us that are connected and engaged and have been watching, we're registered to vote, we're active voters, we're engaged in the process. We are not going to be the ones we have to convince. It's us who need to bring others with us, right? And so that's why I'm trying to compel you to say, what do we need to do? And I don't know. I don't have the answers, but I want to be part of a solution, right? I want to offer up something that says, this is what works. We got time now. We need people to get registered. There's still time to register. Y'all tell me. Anybody want to touch it? Because I'm open. I'm totally open. The other thing I want to say is, sweetie, what are you saying nope to? You know what? I don't know what. I want to hear from her, because she's always a phenomenal voice of reason. And I want to be able to be reasonable. I want to be able to absolutely have the people that want to get engaged feel free to engage without the risk of their health. Let's see, Derek, what'd you say? Knowledge is power, but some people are not interested in redundant rhetoric on the importance of voting. They don't think it's important. Maybe they don't trust politics. That's a valid point. You know what, Derek? That's 100% valid. Because how many times have you been told, you know, read my lips, or hear my words, or we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, and nothing ever happens? I get that. So when I talked on Monday to Paul Burrows, John, and Theron Seabond about this, and we talked about this, one of the things I asked Theron was, how do you get people that are in, you know, different age demographics to be engaged? And one of the things that she said was, you have to meet them where they are, right? So if they're interested in TikTok and they like that, then what do you do? And so I wasn't sure, but I think that her point is good. I think that her point is valid. And I want to be able to have the opportunity to say, for those that are enjoying TikTok, you know, if you keep this man in office, TikTok is going to be gone because he doesn't want you to have it. Will that motivate them to vote? Are you encouraged to vote by doing that? I don't know. Stephanie is getting ready to join us. And Stephanie, if you're on here and you can see me, then please go ahead and say hello, and then I can extend an invitation for you to join. She told me that she's on the business page and she's just looking to join this. And so if you can tell me, Stephanie, that let me see you, then I will be able to add you. And so I got distracted because I have a plant right here and my foot touched, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's something. But listen, I am ready. Aren't you ready for something different? Isn't it time for some change? For the people that are in from 35 and up, I think there are many of us who think everybody in our age groups gets it, but they don't. Not everybody does. They don't get it. And so if you don't get it, then what can I say to you that will give you the opportunity to understand that for every time that there's an opportunity for you to vote and you don't, that you're actually casting a ballot silently for the opposition? How do we say that? How do we communicate that in a way that makes it make sense? And what do we say to the person that's apathetic to politics and don't trust them? Because even though you don't trust them, Derek, to your point, and I get that, that still doesn't mean that you are not affected by it. You're not impacted by the politics of it. And I don't necessarily like politics. Like I told y'all before, I have never been as actively engaged in what's happening now than ever before. And part of it is because of what we have, right? What we have going on now is crazy. I'm going to call Stephanie because I think y'all know it's live. Just to see where we are. Because, hey, are you, you said you're on the page. You see me talking? Let's see. You see me on the phone talking to you now? Hey, Stephanie Red. No, I still don't see you. Are you, you can see? Yeah. And you, I can see, I don't see that you're a viewer right now is the challenge. So Stephanie Red, y'all, who I'm on the phone with now, that's my guest. She is owner of Stephanie's Bling Boutique. She is an independent paparazzi consultant and has a phenomenal, oh my gosh, the wealth of necklaces, jewelry, pieces. So just no, you know, just you're on. You see me talking? You are on the link that I sent you for my business page. Mm-hmm. 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 You see me live? Yeah, that's the videos will be old. So you should see what my current posts are because I'm live right now. You'll be able to see me on the phone talking to y'all. Derek and Sweetie, while we waiting on you, I need for you to say what you were saying nope to. Okay. Okay, so type in hi and then I'll see that you're connected to it and I'll be able to add you. Chandra just tagged you on it. She said, hold on, y'all. She is coming. Stephanie said, thanks, Shan. My friend helped me. Oh, I love it. All right. I'm adding you right now. I'm hanging up so you can join. Okay. I love technology. It's the best when it works and it's the worst when it doesn't, right? We don't let anything stop us here. Stephanie Red is going to be our guest today. She is joining us now, and I'm excited to have her on. As a matter of fact, I put on some of my bling that that Chandra has. Chandra is her number one, if not the number one of her number one supporters and customers. I love Stephanie. She has a fantastic show. But while we're on, yes, sweetie, you keep saying nope. What are you saying nope to? You're usually defined, and I get that. I just want to know, what are you saying nope to? Derek, help her. Help your sister. What is she talking about? Nope. Nope what? Nope to what? While I sip my water with my blue for representing Democrat straw. I don't know what you're talking about. Lily, how you been doing? How's it going? We miss the old neighborhood. We get when we come over there from time to time, we drive by and see. Huh? My sound goes down when I'm adding somebody. So I'm adding Stephanie right now. My sound is gonna go down while she's adding. My production assistant is assisting with my production. And Stephanie's used to going live, but she's not used to being added. And she is on here, and I'm gonna keep adding her. And so I'm excited about the opportunities. Yep, I don't know either, Derek. I don't know what Chandra is doing. What you keep saying nope? You saying nope to my audio, or you saying nope to doing something? Or you saying nope, they're not gonna? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Um, we've got to do something though, seriously. I mean, I can find an opportunity to laugh and everything, but with this where we are right now, we've got to do something. We've got to do something. And Stephanie, if you see me, I keep adding you to the video and you keep declining it. So come on here. Come on here, Bling Queen. Oh my goodness. I am trying to. I'm calling you back on Messenger, Stephanie. Oh goodness. Hey Sheila, how you doing? I want to give you kudos for just being a phenomenal parent of a student that is virtually learning. It is a wonderful gift to be able to have support and love of a family member that will help you. That is amazing. I'm calling Stephanie back because she said help. Um, because, well, uh-huh. You're on your phone, and when you select join, it's not letting you join. Okay. Okay, well, don't worry about rotating your phone. Get because right now you're not. I don't see you. I can't add you. So if you go back to where you were, if you find where Chandra put that on you, yeah. And so and I saw you, and that's why I called you back because I saw you put help. So go back in. We're gonna get this thing. No, I won't give up. All right, all right. Okay, all right. So now you can see me talking, and I'm selecting add. And right now, what do you see? It says bring Stephanie Red on camera. Right. So don't no no don't share. Don't hit that. I'm sending you an invitation right now. What are you getting? Uh huh. Uh huh. Join. Mm-hmm. Because it says it's adding you right now on my end. Okay, let's see. Because it says it's adding you. Hey, Roazan. I got a family member on here watching. Where are you in the land, Roazan? Yep, it says it's adding. And sometimes it takes a minute. And then we got thunder happening. You hear the thunder? Yep, it says it's still trying to add you. But then it says no answer. So there's something, I don't know, Stephanie. This one's got me because you go live all the time. And I'm adding you now and it says join. Maybe we need to hang this up so you can, maybe you can't do both. I'm gonna hang that up so maybe it'll let you do both. Well, I want y'all to know that Stephanie Red is the owner of Stephanie's Bling Boutique. And I'm wearing a piece. I don't know what the name of this is. That is from one of the items that she offers. And she is on Monday and Wednesday on her Facebook page live. And on her Facebook page live, she does a show from 7 to 8 live that is Stephanie's Bling Boutique, where you literally get an opportunity to see everything that she has available. And she is phenomenal. She has such great energy. She has a whole store full of pieces that she can add to your collection of paparazzi jewelry. Most of the standard pieces are $5 for the set. And then there's some other pieces that are from Z collection that are, I think, $25. And some of them are, and one of the things I love about paparazzi is that it's a business. You can make it, you can take it and make it whatever you want it to be, which is phenomenal because she has turned hers into a whole business. And it's booming. She has a great following. Y'all heard me say one of her customers, if not her number one customer, is Chandra, who's on here. And I hear you. You said, don't put nobody in my car. I wasn't talking about for me. Okay, you're going to try to shift me out. But yes, I'm not talking about me going to pick up people. I'm literally saying, is there something we can do? We being the collective we can do to include people. So we want to find a solution. So Lily, Derek, Chandra, and Roazan, and the others of you that are watching, I am absolutely delighted that there is an opportunity to be on. And hey, Derek Razzle Sr. And so Stephanie now has requested, and so maybe her coming that way instead of me sending the invitation, her adding, maybe that'll help get her on, because I'm excited for y'all to see her because she's phenomenal. And she's a Black business owner and she is full of energy. She does this to support her family. She has grandchildren and she loves giving them everything a good grandmother, you know how all you grandparents are about your grandbabies. And so she has this fantastic business that she does, and she has been celebrated and acknowledged and rewarded through this company, and has just had a whole phenomenal experience through paparazzi. And so I don't know what's happening and why she can't connect, because you guys are on here and I could bring somebody else on camera without issue. So I'm not sure what's happening. And she's doing her level best to get with us. So I want to have this as an opportunity. What I will do going forward is we tried this before, and I think that this is going to be our better bet. That even though I go live from Facebook, I think what I'm going to do going forward, because I don't like having guests have these issues and hiccups connecting, is do our live stream through Zoom, and that you guys will still be able to see me live, and we'll do that because I don't want for there to be an issue, right? So hold on a second. I'm going to come up with the solution, because I believe that I'm a solutions-based person. And I believe that where there is an opportunity and a will, there is a way. And so I also believe that I will not be outdone. Hello, somebody. I'm sending a request. Bring Stephanie on camera. Yes. We are saying yes to everything that is Stephanie Red today. I call her the Queen of Bling. And there are other people who sell paparazzi, y'all, that are phenomenal. This is in no way taking anything away from the others that sell paparazzi. I have actually a couple, three other friends who sell paparazzi that are doing wonderfully as well. One of which had a piece named after her, Carolyn Merriweather, who is on here, and she has, I think her group is called the VIP. She has done so well that she had a piece named after her. It's called the Carolyn necklace. And so I was so proud that, you know, that they have structure already set up for people to be in a position where they can have tiers of growth and recognitions and accolades and rewards. And they just Stephanie recently got added. So this is what I'm going to do, because I don't want Stephanie to keep trying this, because the more she tries, the more frustrated she becomes. So this is what I'm going to do. For those of you that are listening now, I'm going to end this live. I'm going to call Stephanie. We're going to join via Zoom, and then we are going to have the opportunity to stream live so that you can see her, and I'll record that and have the opportunity to share that, because I don't want you to miss her, and I don't want her to continue to try to do this in vain. So Stephanie, if you hear me, know that I'm going to end this live, and I'm going to create a whole new live that is with you and me. I'm going to hang up and call you and finish this. So know that I'm doing this very thing because I'm committed to the guests that I invite, because they take time to prepare. This will conclude this portion of the Live at Lunch. We are going to resume Live at Lunch live via Zoom stream. And I want you to make sure that you do what? Join me right back here in about 5 minutes, and you'll see the notification. Hopefully you have your notification set to see when I go live, and that we're going to have a conversation with Stephanie Red, the owner of Bling Boutique. You will get a chance to see that, and it'll be a blessing and a gift, and hopefully you'll get a chance to tune in to her live on Mondays and Wednesdays when she is live on Facebook. For now, I'm closing this out by saying that I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. I'll see you in just a minute, and I'm going to hang up from you and call Stephanie, and you're going to see us live. We're going to be side by side, because I won't take no for an answer with this. All right, I'm over and out. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Bye.